Hi guys, Jasmine here. In this video I'm going to share with you the value of life experience in social work. Alright, so guys, I know, obviously I've been practicing social work for a while. Most jobs that I have applied for have requested for, some sort of work experience in the field that I'm applying for work in. But obviously, as someone who's only recently graduated, it's hard to have that kind of previous experience. So I'm going to show you a few ways that you can integrate life experience into your resume and be able to advocate that you might have skills that a job is requesting for, even though you haven't been in a similar role previously. If you haven't checked out my jobs that prepare you for social work video, I definitely encourage you to do that. I'll leave that in the description box. I go a lot more into detail about how you can integrate skills that you've incorporated in previous roles that might not necessarily be social work related into, skills that you are required to have for a social work role. So yeah, definitely check that out. Okay, let's get right into it. I think regardless of who you are, it's almost inevitable that you will have some kind of life experience in some kind of aspect, and that can be really valuable in social work practice. Not to say that because you've been through it you're able to give advice to people or anything like that, but you would have developed certain skills that can be very applicable. Things like, being someone who's migrated from somewhere to somewhere and having to integrate into a new society, that requires a lot of resilience and being able to bounce back and be comfortable in a new space and get used to something that you might not necessarily have experienced before. Something like being a single parent, having to have organizational skills, having to have time management skills, having to be able to manage conflict if you have a number of kids, and the whole idea of being able to multitask and all of that. Those are all very vital skills that are required in social work practice. So those are things that you can integrate. Like, even though you haven't been in a previous social work role, you can talk about those skills that you have because you're a single parent. Things like maybe if you've been diagnosed with anxiety yourself or something like that, you can talk about how you've managed that and what has been beneficial, and how you would have liked to be supported, and how, because of your experience, you will be a better support to someone because you've experienced anxiety before. Those are all skills that you can talk about in an interview or in your resume or whatever, because they are really vital even though you don't necessarily have experience in the field itself. Another thing I wanted to mention is it's really valuable when you've actually been through something yourself and you're now a social worker and you're about to support someone. And I'm going to make it clear that it's not, social workers don't give advice, so it's not like you're about to tell this person, okay, I went through this is how I managed it, and therefore this is how you should do it, and this is how you would manage it. But it just means that you would have a better understanding of where the person is coming from and how they might be feeling and what would be the best support to give to them, and recommendations around services that might be able to support them, or recommendations around practices that they can incorporate that might be able to support them, and things like that. So yeah, this is pretty brief, but really vital. So if you don't have any experience in social work and you're trying to find a job in social work, I definitely encourage you to incorporate your own life experiences. Try and identify skills that you have in your daily life and how you use them in tasks that are required of you that are outside of work, and that can be really beneficial if you're able to assert those skills into, or incorporate those skills into skills that are required of you in a new role. So yeah, I hope this is beneficial to you guys. Definitely give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend or two if you might, and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I guess I shall see you in my next video. Bye.